Wow, hello everyone, all my viewers. How are you doing today? Fantastic. I'm doing a little bit of a special read today. This is not an all signs read, although it kind of is. It is not a general read, it's a very specific read. It may not interest many of you, but that's okay. I'm going to do a read on the reign of King Charles III. Okay, as some of you may have heard by now, we've had a change of monarchy over here in England. Our Queen Elizabeth passed away a few days ago, and obviously her son Charles has taken the reign. So long live the king. So here we go then. I pre-shuffled the packs, but because I don't really know what I'm doing a read on until I start doing the read, if that makes sense, I haven't pre-shuffled any intention into the pack, so to speak. All I've really asked for when I was shuffling was the reign of King Charles III. The only one I did do any sort of intention with a question is this pack right in front of you. Okay, this pack here I have pre-shuffled to see what type of King Charles III will be. Right, okay, at the bottom of my deck, we got strength. So he's going to be a strong king, but obviously we all know with strength comes a little bit of fear, and there will be fear. But I don't feel he's going to show any of that. I think he's just going to be a strong king. The Seven of Pentacles there is suggesting that he is going to be a king for some time. Okay, obviously nowhere near as long as Queen Elizabeth had a reign for, but it kind of suggests he's taken it up to the same sort of age that his mum passed on. Okay, so let's see after my shuffle. Let's just put this on here because then you can see I am actually shuffling. Alright, let's see what type of king he is going to be. A king of conflict. Okay, that's not so good, is it? Excuse me for a second while I cough. Yeah, I do put you on pause when I cough because I've got a new mic and it sounds absolutely terrible when I cough into that particular mic, obviously. Right, okay, so he's going to be a king of conflict. Okay, I think now we're going to do what sort of energies are going to be his background, if that makes sense. Sort of like the rest of the world compared to him. Okay, so the energies of the world, let's just narrow that down to sort of like the English people. Okay, so the mood, the ambience of the English people, if you will. Right, we have got the Knight of Cups. Let's just check my deck isn't upside down. My deck might be upside down. Okay. Oh, I still put them anyway. There's a reason my deck's upside down if it is. So we have got Temperance in reverse as well. We have got the Magician in reverse. We have got the Eight of Cups in reverse, and we have got, they're not reversed. It's my deck's upside down. Okay, the fact that I didn't get one card come up the right way and all the others upside down just suggests, and my bottom card is also upside down, suggests I just picked up my pack the wrong way. Okay, so although these are upside down, I will not take them as upside down. I'm going to take them as upright. So we have got a Knight of Cups. Okay, so this is the attitudes and the ambience of the British people. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting off the Knight of Cups there. We sort of all knew it was coming at some point, okay, but it's not what we wanted, okay? Perhaps we wanted it to skip Charles and go on to one of his sons, okay? The reason I say that is because, like, it's the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups are among bringing in love. We have love for our king. That is one thing it's saying, but it's a generic love we have for our monarchy. Okay, it's not a personal love we have for the king himself. So that's the general meaning of the King of the Knight of Cups. But the shadow of the horse in this particular deck doesn't actually look like the shadow of the horse above it. It looks like it's a rampant horse. It just suggests that isn't the same as that. So the future we wanted wasn't quite the future we're getting. Okay, and because the Knight of Cups is also all about looking into the future, seeing the future one wants. Okay, with Temperance there, the British people are going to be patient with him. Okay, we're not going to be like demanding his resignation if he puts one little foot out of line. Okay, if he does something what we don't agree with, it's not going to be an up in arms, all out mutiny. And it's actually, what would it be called if it's a rebellion? And we're going to give him some time. We're going to give him some time to settle. We're going to be patient with him. It's going to be, yeah, okay then. Okay, the Magician card sort of suggests that we're going to sort of support him with his decisions he makes. We're going to sort of almost like somehow create magic for this King Charles III. Okay, I feel that it's like a rallying energy. If he makes a decision which, even if we're not agreeing with, the people will still rally around it and follow that decision. Okay, the Eight of Cups suggests that even through his entire reign, we will always be wanting something else. We're always wanting to leave King Charles and go on to the next monarch. Okay, I am going to draw one card more because I can fit it in on there. Okay, right. So let's just push him over there as well. Again, the whole walking away thing, the Eight of Cups there, we want to walk away from what we have and we want to move on to something else. It's backed up by the Two of Swords. We're going to be just left with that difficult decision. Okay, we don't really have a choice in the matter, but that's what we have to do. So we are going to want to move on, but we can't. There's nothing we can do to change the monarchy. Oh, well, there are, but it's, as I said, it's called a rebellion and things, or a coup, to some extent of the word. And so I feel that there may be plots to do this, but no one's really ever going to get past the stage of just sort of talking about it. Okay. With the Queen of Wands coming right out at the end, which I decided to pull right at the end of there, it does say we have passion. And again, bookending that Knight of Cups, we have passion for it, or for him, but I feel it's a platonic passion again. It's like a passion for our monarchy, not so much the passion for the particular monarch we have. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles coming out as an overall crossing card for them is suggesting, again, it is going to be a long-term reign. It's going to go on for a while. It's going to run its natural courses. There's not going to be interference to try to dethrone him or anything else. Okay. And again, it's just backing up the fact that it is right. Yeah, I have heard things on the news that some people think we should have voted in a new monarch. Well, that's not how it happens. Like this person was saying, well, all because he's the son of the queen, what right does that give him to become the next king? We should vote in someone else. Well, this card here is saying, well, that's not how it happens. It's a surefire thing. The Knight of Pentacles, yes, it takes its time. It might decide to do whatever you've asked it to do years down the line, but it will do it. It kind of backs up everything I just said there, and then put a 99.9% chance of success stamp on it all. Okay, so yeah, he's king, and he'll be king for a little while, or a while. Okay, because it's also a slow divine timing card. Okay, so that's that. Oh, excuse me for a second, I've got a cough again. Right, so okay, I think next I'm going to ask, what sort of actions can we be expecting King Charles III to be doing during his reign? Obviously not every little individual action. We don't need to know when he wakes up in the morning and when he goes to sleep and what he has for breakfast. Like big sort of like life-changing actions, I suppose. Right. The first card what flipped out is the 10 of Cups in reverse. Well, it doesn't matter. You'd all be interested to know. At the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands, which finished last read. Okay, so that's the crossing energy of the whole lot. But yes, it's a 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups always indicates an end of things. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's in reverse or if it's upright. The fact that it's in reverse is he's not happy about being king. Okay, it's not fulfilling to him. It's not the sort of, it's the role he knew he had to take on at some point, but it's not necessarily the passion of his life. It's not what he would want to be devoting his energies to, but it is what he is devoting his energies to. Okay, the Page of Cups. This is sort of, although he may be a king in conflict, which we will probably draw a little bit of energy off that. I'll do a little bit of a read on that and see what sort of conflict this may be. Hopefully it'll be nothing too bad. Maybe it's just a king of conflict because he don't particularly want the role of being king, but he's got it. Okay, he does appear to be a loving king. This part of the read is what sort of actions he's going to take. We've got 2 cups coming up straight out. Okay, so the Page of Cups, it's romance, it's love, it's fantasy, it's wanting to give out that message of, he's going to want to show that he is loving to his people and he is a loving and fair, just king in general. Okay, he wants to bring balance, or he will be bringing balance somehow. I might do some clarifiers on that in a minute once I finish doing this draw. But the balance, the 6 of Pentacles, generally is a materialistic balance. He wants to bring some sort of financial balance back to the country and to the people, obviously. The 8 of Swords, there will be a time where he will be sort of in, I'm going to say indecision. Unbeknown to you, before I started video and when I was doing my pre-shuffles in all the decks, the King of Cups come out. At the time I was thinking, what sort of king will we have? Okay, the King of Cups throughout, which is a loving king, it's a caring king, but it's a diplomatic king, but it's also an indecisive king. Okay, and this is where he's going to be presented a problem or a situation at some point in his reign where he will be thinking a lot. He's going to feel trapped by it, and he's going to be thinking a lot for the way out, the answer to it. The Eight of Swords is always a self-entrapment card, though. Yeah, there's not enough swords there to actually trap you fully. There's always a way out. You just have to spend some time looking for it and finding it. And with the Eight of Wands coming out, he's going to be very communicative. Okay, he's going to be like doing lots of public speeches and the like. Okay, so with the Queen of Wands crossing this, he is going to be a passionate king. He's going to be dealing with all what is presented before him on a kingship type level with his passion, all his passion. But the Queen of Wands, well, it's actually a good representation for any monarch or anyone in the royal family of any description anywhere in the world. It's someone who portrays themselves differently, okay? The Queen of Wands will quite often be wearing a mask of some description. She will be showing the world one thing where behind closed doors it is the normal total opposite, or definitely totally different. Okay, so he's going to be a reassuring king, no matter what the situation is, no matter what all his aides and all his advisors may be saying the outcome of this is very bad. He will come onto TV and he will portray that everything's okay. Whereas, yes, okay, there is things to worry about, but it's not as bad as what people paint it as. Okay, so, or it could be the other way around. He could be making it seem a lot worse than it actually is. So when it does pan out to be quite good, you're all relieved. Okay, he's going to be like that. He's going to be very politicish. Well, not even a word. He's going to be very political. Okay, so that's that. Well, I did say I was going to draw on this Six of Pentacles. Okay, what sort of balance is he going to be bringing? Okay, what sort of balance is he going to be bringing? Okay, balance from worries. Okay, balance from feeling left out in the cold and isolated. He's going to, I don't know, reunify things. Yeah, I can fit one more on the bottom of there before it pops out my screen. Not quite. I'll push them up a little bit then. Right, okay. Right. The Empress is a very positive energy. It's a very attractive energy. Okay. Some tarot readers, well, one particular says she's got the best tits in tarot. Okay. But it is a very positive and attracting energy. So him bringing balance will be a very positive balance he's bringing, even though this is bookended by 2 5s, which 5s in tarot are generally not so good, but they are temporary. It's going to be bringing balance from being isolated from certain parts of the world. He's going to strive to build new diplomatic relations where we are not so looked upon favourably for whatever reason. Okay, and he's going to be putting every ounce of his will and effort and being into this with the Empress energy, and he's going to get good responses from it. The Empress energy is very fertile. It suggests that new things are going to be growing from this balance, or new things are going to be growing to form this balance. The 5 of Swords is suggesting there is a false victory in it somehow, though. Yes, possibly we may make a new deal with some country or regime that we haven't been seeing eye to eye with, but it may cost us a little bit. Yeah, and it may be, well, was this deal actually worth what we're now having to pump in and pay for it? Okay, I don't mean a false victory, like we're gonna, I don't know, go into some war and lose it all the time. Okay, it's not that, because we're just dealing with the balance, and I did say it's some sort of financial balance, because it could have given me other balance cards. It could have given me justice there to indicate balance. It could have given me, well, any six. All the sixes indicate balance of some description. And the Six of Pentacles indicates a financial type of balance. Okay, so yes, the Five of Wands, the Five of Swords could be some sort of like we're paying over the odds, okay, or maybe like we're paying to have a friendship. Okay, as soon as we stop paying, the friendship disappears. It's what I'm feeling off that Five of Swords. Okay, so let's see what this conflict is about. Okay, universe. Let's have a clarifier on what type of king he is going to be. He is conflicted, or there is conflict within his reign. What sort of conflict are we dealing with? Okay. The Knight of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Six of Swords. Okay, I'm saying that this is going to be an inner type conflict. This is a conflict within him. And as I said about it with that, when we got the Ten of Cups in reverse, it's a conflict of him not really wanting the job. Okay, well, let's just put my shadow over there so you can see that a bit better. Let's try and put my shadow over there without putting it in the camera. There we go, that's better. It's kind of like a conflict of him not particularly wanting the job. With the Four of Cups in the middle, that's a dreamy, inactive card. It's dreaming about things you want, but not actually taking action upon them. I feel in Charles's case, yes, he's taken action on most of the things he wanted to do in the first place. Okay, he is 73 after all. And this is like, it's the weirdest retirement in the world, I suppose, but this is his retirement package. He now has to work and help run the country even more than he was already. He is now the head of the family. With the Knight of Wands, yeah, that's what he's dreaming of, his passions, what he wants to do. The Knight of Wands is very self-passionate. It's an energy of going in quick, getting what he passionately wants, and then getting out again. It's why the Knight of Wands is quite often called the player by a lot of tarot readers. Okay, but I don't think for 1 minute he's going to be going around having lots of different concubines and things. It's just the fact that it's his passion he wants to be dealing with, but he's not. But he is going to strive to take it all to a calmer, more steady and less turbulent place. Okay, this is what he also dreams about doing. Yes, he's dreaming about his passions, but he's also dreaming about making some sort of, again, it's a balancing card, it's a 6, some sort of balance between, let's call it work and his social life. Now, not that the royals ever really do have a balance between work and the social life. They are so intertwined, you could not actually do an individual reading on either of them. But it's a case of he wants to go to a safer, calmer place. He wants to bring balance with his new reign of a country to where he was just more focusing on things he was seeing pleasure in doing or was pleasurable for him to do. Okay, so chasing after his own goals, and now he's having to do what was always destined for him in the first place, and will put all his own goals on one side and deal with the goals of a whole nation. Okay, So that was our read on King Charles III, the new monarch of England and Great Britain, and, well, the Commonwealth. Okay, thank you very much, and I will catch you all soon.